Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Alaji
Zubair Mohammed Taufik.
Okay, I understand you have a good understanding of Nigeria.
A little bit.
As a Nigerian who wants to stay in the north,
Yep.
I think Kaduna to be specific.
No, just.
Okay. But let us quickly look at Nigerian political landscape. We are seeing a new administration, and most people have criticized the last administration because of their policies. But we are seeing in this current administration that this government is interested in revenue drive. And we understand that the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria is interested in the welfare of Nigerians. And some people have argued that the government revenue drive is at the expense of the wealth of Nigerians. Do you agree with that?
I do. I seriously agree on that. And this is my reason. The government made a terrible mistake, most especially the present government. What is the terrible mistake they made? Despite the fact that I'm not their fan. I'm not the fan of the government. I'm not the fan of Mr. President. I'm not his fan at all. But as a fan of the nation, I'm in love with my nation. And whosoever is in the head of affairs, I should pray for the betterment of the nation.
Nigeria.
For Nigeria.
Okay.
In general. Are you getting me? But in as long as if a leader is here, doesn't care of what goes about the masses, I will rebel against him. Okay? And I will say what is supposed to be said. Are you getting me? I will not blaspheme anybody. But I will say things with my facts of what I'm really saying. Revenue drive, yes. The masses not being carried along, yes. I keep saying one thing. We made this mistake. Should we continue making that mistake and stay by it? What is the work of National Orientation Agency? These are the people that are supposed to know the policy of their country. It will be in their hand, and they will go to the grassroots. They will teach everybody about the policy of their country in their own dialect. Do you understand what I'm saying now? For people to know that this is what the government is doing for us, or this is what the government have for us to do for us. This is my little proverb that I'm saying it. I think I've said it more than enough time these days. Nigerians, we Nigerians, including myself, we are monkeys getting hold of a bread that has butter. It's not our food. Are you getting me? And monkey, and human being, is holding banana, a rotten one. It's not his food. Let the human being drop the banana so that the monkey will drop the bread. Everybody will take what belongs to him and he goes. He made money from we the masses. So why is it that you will make money from the masses and you're not giving it back to them again?
But Alaji, some people argue that subsidy should go. And it looks as if all stakeholders are in support of subsidy going. But the government is telling us that they are coming up with some level of palliative in different areas.
How are you sure of the palliative?
No, I was going to ask, do you have confidence in the government to roll out palliative?
No. I don't see confidence in them rolling out palliative. Who and who is going to get the palliative?
They are talking about 8,000 for the products of the poor.
God of mercy. What are you talking of 8,000 naira when you are putting your fuel for 600 or 700 per liter, and an average man, the light is not there. He wants to get 2 liters or 4 liters. That cannot last him for 2-3 days.
Are you getting some people will ask you that, tell you that the government say they are going to give 75 companies 1 billion each.
If they give 75 companies 1 billion each, is it the money that we need, or we just need what is going to touch the life of each and every one of us in this country?
But the government argued that it's a way of creating jobs.
How? My brother, how? Okay, I can see the way we want to create job now by going to Niger now.
Okay, let me even take you to Niger. Do you think the war in Niger, I will not say war anyway, do you think the military invasion of Niger by ECOWAS countries is a welcome development?
It doesn't concern Nigeria, it doesn't concern other people. They don't get themselves. And they say this is what they want. It's so sudden to see in their billboard there. Do you know what they're writing about Tinubu? Instead of Bola Tinubu, they are writing Ebola Tinubu.
That is serious.
They're not only saying it, very wide billboard. I'm disappointed. Despite the fact that I'm not his fan. But I'm not happy about it. Because he's my president. He's like father to me.
But again, let us digress more into that Niger crisis. We understand that Niger is a landlocked country, and most of the things that are coming to Niger from the west come through Nigerian seaport. And Nigerian government have come hard on Niger, blocking every importation into Niger. We understand that about 37 trucks are waiting for clearance from Nigerian authority before they can go in. Do you think that sanction, including cutting off light that go into Niger, do you think it's a welcome development?
That's why we are saying that Nigeria has involved itself in something that is not our own problem. I travel by road to Senegal in most times from Olud. I know what happened there. I know how Nigerian big men are making money from all these countries. Go to the border between Nigeria and Niger, in Sokoto here. Aliko Dangote, his trucks that are dying up there, there are more than 2,000. In and out. Do you understand what I'm saying now? We are like this. That's interweaving, that's interlocked within us. We just have to be very, very, very sensitive. Do you know what put Nigeria into this mess that we are facing in terms of we are having problems here, we are having problems?
No, talk to us about it.
It is one of the problems we have during the ECOWAS in Liberia.
And that's what we are suffering today.
We took it on our head. The Liberians that you say you are fighting for them, they too are not happy with us. Because they are saying that you are interfering on something that don't belong to you. They are seeing us as we are there to go and tap their mineral resources, which if it is there, we have more than enough. They are seeing it like that. What do we bring out of it? Instead, we lose our people there. They lose their life. Some of the chief returning officers, what do you call them, in the armies, that they send them here and there. They take the money of those ones that died at the war, they put it in their pockets. The allowances they are not paying, they put it into their account. Until after 6 months or 7 months before they start giving them stipends from what they're supposed to belong to them. Why do we want to trade with everything we have in ourselves, including trading with our lives?
But some people have argued that our president, Senator Bola Tinubu, is the chairman of ECOWAS.
He is.
And that it behoves on him to lead ECOWAS to return Niger to democracy.
If he is going to return it to democracy, is it only Niger that they have that junta?
No, some people are looking at that this happened under his watch.
Yeah, but when
that is a spite on him.
And you now think that those who are on seat, they are able to make it, that other countries that have made it, that nobody is wanting pressure on them, will not be ready to support Niger.
Now, if I may ask, if Nigeria eventually goes alongside with other ECOWAS countries, go into this military operation, the humanitarian crisis that may come out of it, vis-a-vis refugees. We understand that Nigeria border with Niger in about 7 states. Do you think Nigeria has what it takes to handle it?
This is why you now ask Mr. President. Like I say one thing now, the cloud is dark as it's about to rain. Are you getting me? Mr. Monkey is sitting on top of the tree there, and he had a news under the tree. Somebody sitting under the tree. He was sitting in the news. He now had a news that the third mainland bridge want to collapse. And in when they shouted, "We no go gree, we no go gree." What concern Monkey with third mainland bridge? Are you getting me now?
Yes.
What concerns him with third mainland bridge? Already, Mr. President has more than enough crisis on ground
to manage.
Which he will not tell you that he doesn't know. We need reconciliation within ourselves. We need understanding within ourselves. This man should know that you are my brother, irrespective of wherever you come from. All these things needs to be managed to bring ourselves together to say this is the government. Forget about what happened. How do we go about to make this government to succeed?
So those will be the areas of priority for
priority. Then while you are doing that, then you tell what you call it, you tell a national orientation agency, go to the grassroots, tell them that we want to remove some, we want to, not that you just remove it and tell them you remove it.
Okay, you are against the abrupt
removal. If you can go at it, but not immediately like that.
Okay.
Do you understand now?
I understand.
You must have enlightened people. We want to remove this thing. But this is the advantage of it if we remove it. But before then, this is subscription you have. My brother, from your GoTV, if you know that if you subscribe now, before you finish using the subscription until the end of this year, you will not be disturbed. Because it will be pay as you go.
Of course, I understand.
Are you getting me? Your meter, they are trying it now. If there is no light, it's not counting. Yes, we agree. Is it everybody that has it? Do you have enough of it?
No.
So if you have enough of it, all these welders will not carry their machine, become Okada riders. They will be busy in their workshop. We have those with that talent to do one or two things, but there is no electricity for them to work.
Now, let me take it to what happened at the Halo Chamber of National Assembly, particularly the states. We understand there were perception out there that looking at the way and manner the leadership of the two National Assembly emerged, talking about the Senate President and the House of Representatives Speaker, that we are going to see a rubber stamp National Assembly. But during the screening, we understand that 3 nominees had their nomination stand down because of petition against them. Does it mean we are going to see a National Assembly that is truly independent under Tinubu?
They might do. You see, they cannot be 100%
independent.
No, they cannot be fully independent, and they cannot be fully 100% rubber stamp National Assembly. They must try to shake body in one way or the other. Are you getting me? Most of these things that you see that is happening in the Halo Chamber, they have crisis within themselves. It's more or less like payback time within themselves.
So it's not as if they are disagreeing with the president.
El-Rufai step on toes, even with Mr. President. Mr. President tricked him to bring him closer.
Can you tell us more about that?
Yes, because he told Mr. President it's a drug baron that he cannot work for him. 4 or 5 years again, it is very, very.
I don't think Mr. President must have forgotten about that.
He did not forget. You know what he's doing. Tinubu forget what? Even you don't forget. Pay back time. You say I want to give you minister. Then your people no agree.
Why do you think El-Rufai worked for Tinubu during the electionary campaign with his open-hearted?
He did because he is also betraying some people. He betrays some people and he also betrays his own conscience, which means he has a wrong conscience. When he was saying it, when El-Rufai was saying what he's saying about Tinubu, he's having it behind his mind that he also wants to go for presidency come some few times to come.
So in a nutshell, you have the view that the president may be getting back at him because of what he said previously.
He did, and he is.
Now, talk to us about the other nominees that had their nomination stand down. Because I understand that there's petition against the one from Delta State and the one from the Asaba State. We have brothers on Supreme Court ruling that he should not hold public office. The other one brother on asset declaration. It is on that ground I'm saying, does it mean we are seeing an independent Senate?
It is not an independent Senate, my brother.
But for that, I've got
asset declaration. Did Mr. President declare his own?
That is a big allegation you are making.
I have seen. Did Mr. President, did he declare his own assets?
But we understand that at the time, this what's it called? The agency in charge of asset declaration asked every person contesting an election to come with their form. He may have done his own. I don't know anyway.
You don't know anyway. Now, the Senate president, did he declare his own assets too?
It is believed that they declared. I don't have the details.
What we want from them, for know that they justify what they say that they are not going to do because they did not declare their assets. Let them show Nigerians. Mr. President has declared his own. They can uphold all the ministerial appointment for now.
We put it on hold.
I am from Ogbomoso.
Okay.
They brought in somebody from another place, from Abeokuta, to become an imam in Ogbomoso, to claim a certain compound because they are not living at home. They capitalize on that compound, and those who have money, their own caucus now, they gang up against those who doesn't have because they know the family doesn't have money. They force it on us almost 2 years now. We've been dragging. I wrote petition. That is the issue. That's the reason why you see me on platform every now and then. You see all these things I'm saying. Against it that we say it must change. We were thinking it's from that house, but now we discover it's not from the house. Let him go. Now they want him to stay. we have been dragging all this thing up and down. When I wrote this petition, that is where I'm going now. When I wrote this petition, I made ablution and I carried Quran, and I swore on Quran on oath in front of over 300 people in the hall to swear that what I'm going to say is the truth and nothing but the truth. Do you know the chief imam of Ogbomoso, who was supposed to come and defend himself, whether he belongs to that place, is from the Ogbomoso or not Ogbomoso? Because of the Holy Quran, they say he will come and carry to swear with Holy Quran. He did not go. Do you understand? And why didn't he go? The reason is that after I finished swearing with the Holy Quran, all the other imams, more than 100, they all went out there to go and make ablution that they would do nothing less than justice to what is on ground. So everybody that comes here will have to come and swear, will be on oath with Holy Quran before they can hear the person. Including all their members who are not there, anytime they are coming in, they have to take an oath with Holy Quran that they are there for justice. Do you understand what I'm saying now? The same thing applies to those who want to come and testify that we have wrote allegations against them. When they come, they swear with Holy Quran. The man we wrote against him, instead of coming out now, him and the rich men waiting for them. They started using policemen. They even beat those that have the title and beat them and lock them up in the barrack. The case is still on. So what I'm saying in this essence is that, because they can't deny not swear, because me that wrote petition swore, and those who are listening to us saw it. So if Mr. President can take suit, forget that he has taken on an oath already, but let him make declaration of his asset declaration. Senate make their own asset declaration. After they all see it, we see it online, we see it on paper. So when anytime any minister is coming, they will be able to see that they make his declaration, asset declaration too. Then we have started with a very nice step with proper accountability, so that we will not just come out and come and see somebody that is just riding here, putting everything now on ground.
Okay, let's look at what we have here. It's the federal government withdraws contempt suit against Labour. NSC may suspend strike. Nigerians were hopeful when they saw NSC coming out to protest against hardship, against government policy, and people have argued that NSC in Nigeria seems to have been dead. Do you subscribe to that?
I do.
And what are your reasons?
The good reason is one of these things that you see that is happening. The last time we see the last time in this my own time that we see a very nice, formidable NLC that fighting for the masses before it becomes something else is during the time of Oshiomhole.
Oshiomhole. Okay.
When he and Obasanjo were running a parallel government in this country, Obasanjo will say, go to work. Oshiomhole said, nobody should go unless they do what we want. Are you looking at what I'm saying now? Somebody interviewed me and I asked them, I said, the chairman of the NLC for now, that wants to go and dialogue with the federal government, that we don't go, what type of car is he going the time he was going there? After he must have agreed, what type of car are you going to see him using after 2 weeks or 3 weeks?
We are sensing compromise.
That is it. They were sensing compromise. They will just come and say, we don't struggle, oh, they no agree. I don't want to make them kill me, my wife, they cry. They are threatening my life. That's the only thing they will come up. And if they tell you, okay, step down to another person to become chairman, you don't agree.
I understand.
There's compromise.
Now, let's now look at another issue here. You say Niger mega rail project threatened, over 1,000 trucks trapped. Yes, we are looking at an economy of a country that largely depends on Nigeria for importation. That is almost everything that comes into their country through importation comes through Nigeria. And we are seeing over 1,000 trucks trapped. And we are looking at a mega rail project that a good amount of money have been spent on being put. Does it worry you that we have this economic crisis?
Are we the one facing the crisis, or they are facing the crisis?
They are the one facing it, but they are our neighbor.
And they say they are ready for it.
And we just talk about humanitarian crisis, refugee. Is this something Nigeria can handle?
That is the big question we have to ask Mr. President, because before you go to war, you should be able to prepare for all this.
Because if there's eventual
all these ECOWAS you are seeing, Nigeria is just in the center. All these people that say let's go, nobody will give Nigeria one kobo. Shishi.
You are supposed to tell that we are the chairman.
That is what I'm telling you now. Which money are they going to? That same subsidy money that you are talking about, what they are going to use in the war.
Okay, if I may ask you another question, don't you think if they allow the government or military juntas in Niger to stay, don't you think it may burden other military in this our sub-region to take over government?
You don't see it coming.
I just asked a question, sir.
Don't you see it coming? Because I can see it coming.
That's serious.
Because we are not facing what belongs to us. We are not facing the problem of the people. You have neglected them. My brother, you say this man is a layman. You push him. When you push him to the wall, he bursts back.
That Nigeria haven't experienced the worst leadership of military under Abacha, under Babangida. Do you think they want to have a similar experience?
We are already seeing it now.
That's serious.
Oh.
Then what are those things the government need to do to avert it?
The only thing they need to do, I would have loved Mr. President when they were saying, you go outside, you go and remove the. He said, look, what we need is let's go for a reconciliation.
Okay.
Either you come and meet in Nigeria, you go and meet in Senegal, you go and meet in anywhere. They have all the cool places they can meet. What can we do here? What can we do there? They start tackling it here and there. About that playing tricks on Nigerians when they did not allow the civilians to go. The election, when they stop it. Then he said they are ready to roll a parallel government. Tell me, if at the end of the day now, they say they want to sit down and have dialogue with them, and the sitting junta now say, what happened is that I want to arrange myself in the next 6 months now, I want to contest as a president because I will step down. What will you say no? Is it the constitution of your land?
No, I don't think we have what it takes to say no.
That is it. So when these people, when we want to do, we know that when they kill him. All these are our human rights activists, all of them, they kill them. At the end of the day, when they come back, they also still come back. The person you are fighting for, we are dying for, which is Abiola, he came back to come and sign. They compromise with Abacha for them to run a parallel government. Don't you see it in Nigeria then?
No, don't you see it? No, you're absolutely correct.
It works. And at the end of the day, Abacha started going on. He said he wants to become president. And it is same with civilians that everybody in the political party said we have endorsed him. You have endorsed him. Am I wrong?
I can remember the 1 million mark for Abacha.
That is it. So what we are saying?
Nigerians honestly ask for Abacha.
So if that can happen in Nigeria, what do you think it will not happen elsewhere?
Okay, I think we are seeing a situation where GSK, one of the foremost pharmaceutical companies in Nigeria, is leaving the country. Because and some people have argued, experts have argued that government policy is the reason.
It is.
And that policy of government unification of Naira at the official window that saw Naira crashing against dollar, because before now, the Naira was exchanging for 471 Naira to a dollar at that official window. Now it's about 800 something Naira to a dollar. Is this something you want government to reverse? I mean, that policy?
No, if government, anything that has to be able to be that anything they want to do is going to raise revenue and to raise the face of Nigerian currency in the world, I appreciate it, in as much as if it will not touch the masses drastically.
But in the face of companies folding up, level of bread increasing, anything that have to do, because before now, if you are importing for production, you get a dollar at that window and it will impact on your products. But now we are seeing Bakers Association of Nigeria saying they want to increase their product with about 15%. We're already seeing it reflecting.
That's what I'm saying, that we took a step in the wrong direction.
And what are the steps?
The step of the subsidy that this is what we want to do, this is what we do, without giving people orientation on what to do and give them maybe cushion what to. You see, there are things we are going to cushion that people will not feel by the time you are introducing these things. I bring an example. From all the subscription you are doing, from your calls, you understand? From the little calls you are doing, you have a not like that. It's going to like Lagos State now, the way you see Lagos State everywhere. I've never seen where government water is running. You understand? I've never seen where government water is running. Everybody is paying for his borehole that is draining water, maybe drill a borehole in his house. And before you start drilling it, you pay for it. Aside from the fact that you want to get water, you are going to pay for the drainage again, for drilling of a borehole in your house. Do you understand what I'm saying now? So what exactly do you think that they are doing now for the masses to benefit?
they talk about 8,000. That is not the only thing. They talk about 50,000 to nano business owners, all these people that trade along the road that doesn't have shop. They talk about 1,500,000, 1,000,000 naira and 500,000 to small and scale.
Did you just forget so easily?
No, I mean all these are promises by this
I
government.
say, did you forget so easily that former vice president, was in the market sharing 10,000?
Okay, you are talking about Oshibanjo. Okay.
You forgot him?
Okay, you are insinuating that this one will end the same way.
I said, have you forgotten that even then,
you are reminding me, I remember.
When it was not so hard, when it's not biting so hard like this, that they still go to the market and give 10,000 to those who are working, that they will add to it, and still it does not touch anything in the economy of the country. Not to talk of you don't have something to do, they give you 8,000 naira to do what? For how long will it be? Do you know that it's a project they call Shopee?
Yes, I'm aware.
Where is their office? What are they producing?
I think it's under the Ministry of Humanitarian and
Disaster Management. I say, what are they producing? And humanitarian, what are they producing to be able to assist the Shopee?
I think the government wanted to ameliorate the suffering of Nigerians through that
and make them to become more lazy.
I'm not. It's not something I'm supporting, but I'm only trying to say this.
And at the end of the day, it makes them to become more lazy, because you fail to encourage those who are doing the little one for them to grow. Starting from electricity, from any other thing, from hospital. I'm 64.
Now, on the final note, speak to us about the issue of electricity. We understand that we have an APC government, and the one that just left is APC government. And before APC came in 2015, we were made to understand that we were transmitting about 4,500 megawatts of electricity, or about 4,000 megawatts. Before Buhari left office, we were made to understand that we were transmitting around 5,000 megawatts. So it implied that they merely added only 1,000 megawatts. So is this something you want to react to?
Well, if they have done that, they have forgotten that even me myself now, I think I have within that period, I have used, that was the time I used 3 phones.
Yes.
And if that light is on, I'm going to charge it at the same time. And it is consumption. They have not met what is required of the nation. They've not. Insincerely, they've not met. And that is one of those things they have to work on. And do you think it's possible for it to work out when Mikano is in Nigeria?
I was going there because if you consider the money that has gone into power sector, and we are not seeing light, is it because of corruption or what?
That is my brother. Is the word, my brother. It is corruption. There was a woman, I don't know her name, and I'm not really going to know her name, when she was facing a committee, when she was saying she has the rice company, she has chemical company, and he's like, they were fighting corruption, and corruption is not fighting back. Why should you give somebody who already has a company, who has all what it takes to live till he or she die? Why should you give them appointment in government? To be collecting allowances and free cars? Somebody says he has a company, that the company is paying salary, is paying this, is paying this, is paying this. So you're saying all these things. They are telling Nigerians, why should we give such a person an appointment in Nigeria? Why can't she manage their business? All these people you see we have in the other state chambers, none of them don't have 1 or 2 things that they are doing out there. Why can't they go and face their business? And allow those who don't have to go and do something there. Go and check the list of all the people in the other chamber, including the lower chambers here in the state level. Go and check all of them. It will be very hard for you to see any of them who doesn't have anybody in government. Is government family issue? Is it family property? Is it not for all of us? This is just where we are going. You see somebody who tell you that I have put in 35 years in this office. Hey, to God be the glory. You are a bastard. You are a bastard. You are selfish. This is a seat that he did not even want his son to go and sit down, not to talk of another person's child. So that's why we are facing all these problems we are facing. The first revolution we are going to do in this country is for all of us. We don't wait for anybody. We go to the other chamber where we go and sit down and we say, you are going to the house. You are going to sit and you are going to pay earn as you go. If you don't come to the house, we are not going to mark you. And if you come, the whole thing in a month is going to be 50,000 naira.
And you think the government will allow that?
They will not let it happen, but by the time people started coming, they will not come with gun. They will come with their teeth and they will hold you from the throat like this and bite you until they see say this thing break. The throat until they see say it break before they come out teeth. Because by the time I hold your neck now, I bite it, I hold you. But how you go tell that one say make you shoot me, I go see.
Now, what is your advice to the government? 1, 2, to Nigerians, and 3, to ECOWAS?
The problem is the advice I have is for my country, Nigeria. I don't nothing concern me with ECOWAS. To hell with ECOWAS. Because I'm not benefiting from it. If I'm going to Senegal, you know how much I suffer on the road? If I'm going by road, they'll check my paper as if I'm a criminal. Even we are still in the ECOWAS. Are you getting me?
I understand.
They'll check my paper as if I'm a criminal. Not only me, most of us that are going, that's how we do. Do you understand what I'm saying? So it don't concern me. That one don't concern me. But for Nigeria, I beg you, Mr. President, I beg you, forget about the issue of the rich should get richer and the poor should get poorer. Don't run this country as capitalist state that is only made for the rich ones to grow. Are you getting me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You should be able to bring everybody inclusive into government, irrespective of wherever they come from the grassroots. Are you getting me? It's not all about spending money to everybody go here and there. Then we start our own reconciliation from each ward. We grow from there. Then the national orientation agents, we have to know what they are really doing it. Humanitarian services, they have to know what they are doing it. Are you getting me? Because all these so-called humanitarian services we are seeing, aside from Nigerian government that they are making money from, they make money internationally, and nobody is checking them. Do you understand now? So if all these things is being taken care of, reconciliation will have to come up here and there, irrespective of where you come from, in terms of religion, in terms of anything. All those ones will be thrown aside, and we work together hand in hand. Before you know it, you will forget, say, I'm the Yoruba, I'm the Muslim. I will forget, say, you be a man from the East and a Christian. We should be able to understand that it is God that created us. As we feel hungry, that's what me too they feel hungry. As thirsty they worry you, I say they worry me. You are my brother, I'm your brother, and we work together to see what is on ground. That is the only way that we are going to survive. But if we remain like this, with this government, we believe in, sincerely speaking, we will find it very difficult to survive. Because if you can bring ex-ministers, become ex-governors, become ministers, ex-senators, something, become a minister.
Now, some people tell you that some of those ex-governors perform in terms of infrastructure development in their states.
Let another person do them now. Not only them, if they die, no person, the country will die.
Because that has been the argument of
if they die, the country will not go. You don't understand what I'm saying now? If they die, will the country not go? Let them die. Let them leave that office for other people to work. Why somebody go there for office for 10 years, 15 years, 30 years? Only you. You become governor for 8 years. You come out for governor. You go Senate 8 years. You come back again. You will be chairman for. Go punish all of them. This is nonsense. This is nonsense. You don't become a governor for 8 years. You come back. You go to Senate. That one no limit. You go 12 years. You go 16 years. Then you come back. You want to become chairman or something. God punish you. Why not you? I want children who go school. They don't want work. I want children when you send go school. You send me them go they look. When they go they watch film. I don't forget that nonsense.
I understand, because actually the government needs to create jobs, and it looks as if
the government has to create jobs. All these useless people should go out. What is it that they are doing that other people cannot do? What are you telling me? Somebody call himself, he says he's a lawyer. He went to study law, and they make him to become a minister of road and transport.
I don't understand. Some people will tell you that the person did career in that area of life. I don't know the person in question anyway.
I'm just putting an example.
Okay.
This is something that most of us see in Nigeria.
Okay. Not putting around square, around Okay, I understand.
You understand now? They bring somebody for screening, senatorial screening. The moment he come, they were just asking that we see you are tweeting against government sometime 6-7 years ago.
Okay, the young
Yes,
man.
that he's tweeting against Nigeria. Because of that, it's also. Do you think is it basic? You think say I enjoy saying anything wrong about my country? Do you think I enjoy it? But I just have to say it. Because if I fail to see it, the generation to come will cost me because I have the opportunity of saying I did not. That's it.
I think that's a good place to let it go.
I really appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. I really appreciate
It's a pleasure.
it.
It's my pleasure having you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Bye, madam.